Bon dia, good morning guys. It is nice and early again. Well, it's about 8 o'clock now. Yuan's been up for a couple of hours working on the cabin. I've come down to the garden with Jack because he's making a lot of noise. So it's very soggy down here. There's a lot of dew on the ground. Very noisy. There was 2 pieces of the floor that just needed cutting and to go down, and the electrician is here. He's come nice and early because it's going to be a hot day. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, hopefully the electrics will get finished today, depending on how much of the wall we can get up so that he can put in the plug sockets and the lights. I look very tired. Yeah, we're going in a week back to Wales, so we're pushing ourselves pretty hard at the moment, but I think it feels exciting rather than stressful, and we know that it's for a short amount of time, that we just need to push ourselves to get this done. So yeah, and then Daniel, the guy who fitted our aircon, is coming around today as well to move the aircon unit from the old kitchen. So yeah, but it's very wild in this garden because I have not had any time for it, but it's still very lovely down here. Maybe I will show you. There's a few broad beans here. I've netted my strawberries, so hopefully we'll get some before we go. This is all lemon balm growing wild. Hoping we might get to eat these before we go, otherwise we'll tell some friends to come pick them, these blueberries. All the coriander's gone to flower now because it's so hot. I've got one broccoli the leaves are being pecked up by the birds. Chocolate mint. There's some pepper plants in here, some leeks that could be eaten. My potatoes. While the garden cut. Parsley's gone to flower as well with the heat. Didn't get my courgettes in early enough, so they've been struggling, but I've had a few flowers, so maybe we'll get some. And tomatoes starting to flower. I think this is some garlic, maybe leek. Who knows? More coriander. It's gotten so heavy. This cherry tree had loads of beautiful cherries on, and the day before we were going to come and pick them, the birds absolutely demolished them all in about an hour. So we need to net that next year. But yeah, it's wild and uncared for, but it's lovely. Got some chamomile growing here, the one you can make tea with. That's a zinnia flower. So it's been trimmed a little bit. It's looking a bit chaotic. There's a donkey manure bed ready for when we come back in the autumn, and some more here. Tilia tree. And the path, as you can hardly see. Egyptian walking onions. I've been eating a few peas, so come and pick them today. So raspberry down here. So wild, but it's very beautiful. The honeysuckles all coming out now. It smells amazing. So yeah, I think I feel every year like, oh, I can't wait for next year's garden because I'll do it even better. But I think that's the beautiful thing about growing a garden, is there is always next year. So I'm excited for next year when I'll hopefully have more time for it and a little helper.
Just watch this cheese wire running across the room.
Right.
Decapitation hazard.
You fill in the gaps.
Yes. Stop the bugs.
So this here is where the fuse box is going, and we're going to keep the big Bluetti system in the stone building. Feels like the safest. So we're going to have a big wire, it's 4mm run, and then we'll bury it underground eventually.
There's going to be a logic to which way round this goes, because this side is less likely to take paint.
Okay.
The other side will take paint.
Yeah. So put that on the outside.
This on the inside.
Oh, you tie your bub on. So we were just driving into Castelo Branco to buy some extra things for the electrics, and the light came on in our car again.
Double light.
Double light. And
Or
we've literally,
scary light.
yeah, it said like the what is it? The
Check injection system.
check injection system. We have so much trouble with our car. We literally just got it back, but the mechanic said he opened the bonnet and he could just see that like a pipe had come unstuck.
You think?
I think, fingers crossed, because in a week we are driving back to the UK via the ferry. I think this is a problem a lot of people face in Portugal with the cars. There's like second-hand cars are really expensive here. People drive them a long time because they're expensive, so you're paying a lot for a car with a lot of mileage on, so they're very worn out. Yeah, literally everyone we know has issues with their car, or you have to buy a brand new one, which is very expensive on finance. So yeah, it's just, I don't know what to do. It's like, do we sell this one and try and buy another one? But we'll probably just have the same problems, whereas this one we've put so much money into fixing. Hopefully now everything's fixed. But yeah, so we're currently in the waiting room of the mechanic's office, and then hopefully we'll be able to go to the electrical shop. And we bought the wrong sockets for the walls, and we need, yeah, just a few bits from there.
Hold it.
We need to get one of those, that's great. So we left the house at 9 and it is now 1:10. It was fun waiting for 3.5 hours with the baby. He was really good actually, he fell asleep. I luckily had my carrier, and we were able to walk to a little cafe and have something to eat. We're finally heading home, but the funny thing is that in Portugal all the shops close for lunch at 1, so just as we got the car back everything was closing, so we haven't been able to go to the electrical shop to get the things that we need, but very grateful that the car is fixed. There was a pipe that had cracked. Do you know what it is?
A big air intake pipe, so that one.
Big one, but I think because they'd just given us the car back, they kind of rushed us in, because normally it's like
back 2 days.
Yeah, we've had it back for 2 days, and yeah, normally it's like 10-day wait to get seen by them. So very grateful because we're driving to the UK in less than a week, and yeah, happy to be driving home now, but this does mean that we're not going to be able to finish the electrical installation before we go back to Wales, which is fine. We can just do it when we get back. And whilst we've been out, Daniel, the aircon guy, arrived. Luckily, him and Figs know each other, so he's been able to move that. But now we're like, we only have aircon in the bedroom. But I think they're going to be able to rig up at least the aircon in the cabin for us. So it's chaos, but it's all good. And yeah, it's very hot. Yeah,
We're racing the Golden Oriole.
Golden Oriole.
That would have been the best photo opportunity I've had to get.
So yeah, it's absolutely boiling. So I don't know what we'll do when we get home.
The car is saying 33 degrees.
Yeah, 33 in the car currently. So yes, an unsuccessful, chaotic day, but it all carries on.
Is that mama? Sausage.
This is how I carry the basket when I need to also carry the camera. Behind the scenes. Tuk, tuk, tuk. These are just potatoes that had, well, the seed potato was just ones that had gone green in the kitchen. I think these might have been the best I've ever grown. They look so perfect. Maybe I'm picking them earlier than I normally would, because I normally wait for the foliage to go back a bit more. I'm very impressed. Should be enough for dinner. I think I will cook this broccoli too, because I don't think it's going to survive much longer, this heat. Getting a little bit browned from the sun, I think, so yummy. Good morning, guys. So we're not going to be able to get the kitchen in or the electrics, which is fine, but we do want to try and get the building as sealed up as possible. So Johan's working on framing the singular door, then we're going to try and get the window in as well, just so the building is completely secure and there's just a bit more OSB that needs to go up on the outside.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see how much we can get done. How many days until we leave?
Today is Saturday, we leave on Wednesday.
Yeah.
4
days before we go. Lots to do.
Lots.
Jack is teething, so he's not really napping very well, so Johan's mostly doing it.
Trey.
And soothing him. Chaos. But it's good because when we come back it'll be straight into the project, and I'm really excited to come back for that. One thing we need to decide, and actually if you guys could leave any comments about what we should do about the finished flooring. So our options are the laminate tongue and groove that we currently have in the bedroom. Vinyl tongue and groove style. I'm not the hugest fan of it because when I had to cut it, it made all the tiny plastic shards. What are they called?
Bits. Shavings.
Yeah, shavings. Okay. I don't know. And it wasn't the easiest to fit. And I think if it's not professionally fit, you do get a few like tiny gaps if it's not done perfectly. So I'm not 100% convinced to use that again. I have been looking at like the one-piece lino strips. I think we'd do 2 in here, but it's surprisingly expensive. I've not been able to find like an affordable option. So I think for what it is, that feels expensive, but I kind of like how seamless that would be and would be nice for him to be crawling on. So might go down that avenue. The other option is to do wooden floorboards, which would be my favourite, like aesthetically and like texturally, because it's not plastic.
And
environmentally, but it is very expensive and
it's easily damaged.
It's going to be in a kitchen and a lot of work to install and is heavy, but maybe that. And then I have also been looking at cork flooring. But again, I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge to install, and then is it just going to get damaged?
Decisions.
So yeah, I can't decide, and if there are any other options you can think of, please leave them in the comments below for us. And we can't do tiles because it's a wooden building, and I think we would advise that on the last cabin because I was going to tile the bathroom floor. But okay. No, with the movement of the building, you would split all the tiling adhesive. So, yeah, we can't decide what to do, and we spend the summer deciding. So we can do that as soon as we come back, really. Right, I'm gonna go for a walk with him.
I'm gonna make some noise.
Cool. Bowl of salt.
Thank you. Hello guys. Right, so I'm trying to frame this door out because the gap is currently 13 centimetres too wide. The plan was, like we did with the other door that you can see there, was to fill it out with pallets, mostly because we had and have lots of spare pallet wood from the different cuts we've had to make. But it's, however way I can come up with doing it, it's going to leave like 0.5 centimetre of gap all the way around, which is a bit tight. And because pallets by sort of I would say design, but they're designed to be square, but they're never square. So it would be annoying to have to undo all of the frame because it's half a centimetre too small. So I have some of this spare, which is kind of like a 2x4. It's 4.5 by 7, something like that, centimetres. Yeah, but again, Portugal's wood is never correct. So this is 6.8.5 by, well, it's 4.5. So what I'm thinking is that, well, the instructions for the door say to leave a 2 centimetre gap either side of the door, and this, using the 2x4 sideways all the way around, will give me 4 centimetres. So I think I'm going to do it, and it should be easier to control the plumb and level, he says. God, this wood.
He's on some sort of family issue.
Frankie?
Yeah, I keep finding it in different places. She was inside the old barn, rattling around. She spotted a hair covered in cobwebs. She just looked at me and wagged her tail and carried on.
She's like hiding eggs or something.
Anyway, she's not got a sock.
Funny. Almost Bobo, but it's close enough. Okay, so you're basically square with the bottom of this piece of wood, and then I'll pan you up, tilt you up, and you can see how much it's flaring. hopefully, again, like this one on this side did, it pulled it in almost perfectly. So, hopes and prayers. Did a bit, not much.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace, which I use myself for my online shop and website, Calm Lines, which is full of art prints that I've drawn. I'm not a web designer and I have no idea how to code, but Squarespace make it super easy to set up a professional looking website. You can use their customizable and award-winning design templates or get tailored AI-powered guidance to shape your site's content and structure and build a stunning website in minutes. All you need to do is answer a few questions about your brand or business, and Blueprint AI generates high quality, personalized imagery, copy, and design suggestions. I love their easy to use commerce feature for my Calm Lines web shop, and they provide everything you need from payments to shipping and fulfillment options. So if there's something you've been wanting to create and put out into the world, or you're growing an existing business, head to squarespace.com/FrankieOffGrid for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can get 10% off your first website or domain using our code FrankieOffGrid. You'll find everything linked in our description box below, and if you'd like a Calm Lines print on your wall, my website is linked below too. A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
It's slight, but you can turn it off if you want. I guess it's not really doing much. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. There's like quite a breeze going through, so. I don't think so. If I phone it, will it ring? So yeah, that's the way we want it as well, isn't it? Cool.
That's nice.
Isn't it? Good start. No. Yes. Yes. I understand this. Can you push it in a bit?
Down. Yeah. So guys, we are in the midst of packing, ready to leave. We leave this afternoon, and yeah, we didn't get the cabinets finished as we would like to. Things didn't quite go to plan, but that's all good. It means we've got a very exciting return, and yeah, lots to do when we get back. I'll show you where we've got up to with the cabin so far. Our deadline was very ambitious, so yeah, with a baby and other things going wrong, we didn't meet it, but it was only our own deadline, so that's fine. I feel like the building is secure enough for us to leave it. There's nothing inside anyway for people to steal, and we've got cameras everywhere and our friends staying, so yeah, we were starting to try and rush still, but I think when you start rushing you start making bad decisions, and so we didn't do the window framing. In the end, I'd rather just take my time with that, so Johannes put this piece of OSB over it just to try and stop mostly the swallows, to be honest, going in. They've been flying in and out already, and we were worried about them making a nest in there, though I don't think they're nesting anymore, but still. We'll be back to it when we're back from Wales, and that'll be fun, and yeah, we'll take you to Wales with us. Wales is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to make videos about it. We've got some really cool places we want to show you. So yeah, Jack will be doing his first trip to his homeland, even though he is officially Portuguese. But yeah, anyway, we have a lot to do before we go. Hope you've enjoyed the cabin build so far, and I'll give you a quick run through of how it's looking now, ready for us to finish when we come back. So this pomegranate tree is so beautiful. When the walls are painted the same as that, I think it's going to be a lovely contrast there. And so yeah, this door is in, and I can't remember how much of the filming we finished, but this door is also in. We got the sofa in here because we had the aircon fitted, and though we weren't able to get the electric sockets fixed, the electrician has wired up just the aircon unit for us, so we could at least run that because it's very hot. It's a bit chaotic, but yeah, it's going to be good to come back and finish. And then the other thing he did wire up was our outside plugs so we could run the washing machine, which has been great. So yeah, we will be back to it soon enough.
Portugal versus Spain.
Who's gonna win?
Well, everybody, we are in the ferry port. We're, I think, like 3 hours away from departure, but not entirely sure when we're allowed to embark. Yeah, it wouldn't be us going anywhere without a bit of drama. Apparently we need a ETA, like an electronic transport something. They didn't exist until March of this year, and Jack, being a non-British citizen, needs one to get into the country, and it can take 3 days. Fortunately, it took less than 3 minutes, but there was some mild panic, that's for sure. So this is by far the worst thing about this trip. It's not an ideal way to have your dogs. Hello, dogs. Hello. How are you? Oh, you've eaten all your food, though. Hi. So I can't leave them in there, so I've been sat with them for about 25 minutes. Made some friends, which is always nice. We have a yellow warning for our crossing. I'll try and show you the movement now. So it's currently not too bad, but it's moving already. A lot of the people are flying around the ship. The dogs seem to be perfect at it though. Chris is feeding Jack in the cabin. It was an incredibly stressful getting on board. We were somehow like 4 lanes away from where the elevator is, and carrying a baby and a pushchair and 2 dogs above your head, trying not to scratch all the expensive cars, because the Monaco Grand Prix was this weekend. So I don't think, other than maybe the Isle of Man, I don't think I've ever seen so many supercars in one go. Oh yeah, fun. I need a haircut. It's quite bad now, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway. I'm very glad I have my sea legs. I think I got them from my dad. My dad worked at sea. He was in the Merchant Navy as an engineer. And yeah, I think I inherited them, and obviously from working on ferries as well. So yeah, it's fun. Kind of miss it. It's good to be back on a boat, especially in rough sea. First time over the Bay of Biscay as well, so should be fun. They're good dogs. They're good dogs. It's so horrible leaving them in somewhere like this. There's these two. They're very shouty, but they're looking after each other. Hi, friend. It's windy.
Aldo's being a cinnamon roll.
Okay, sausage.